We are going to start working on some diaphragmatic breathing lying on our back. So diaphragmatic breathing, what we're looking for is a nice 360 inhale. So we're going to get a little rise of the belly. We're going to get expansion in the ribs, which we've been working on the previous 2 weeks. And then we're going to get some nice expansion in our back and a relaxing of the pelvic floor. And then on the exhale, we're going to try to create some tension by getting our external obliques to bring our ribs down, our pelvic floor to lift, so that all that tension meets in the middle for a nice even contraction of our abs. So if you remember the pressure management video we touched on in the very beginning of this program, what we're looking for in this exercise is that we can manage the pressure by having everything meet in the middle and that pressure is contained versus pressure getting pushed out on our diastisis or pushed down on our pelvic floor, causing problems there. So I'm going to have you come down onto your back. Knees are going to be bent, feet are going to be planted, and we are actually going to start with hands on our ribs. So we're going to take a big inhale through our nose. When you inhale, that air should be traveling down. So what I should see is a little rise at the chest and belly. The ribs should expand outwards and the back should expand back into the ground. So you should feel a little bit of opening in the ribs in the back side of your body. Last thing is our pelvic floor should relax. So relaxing is that feeling of almost like letting yourself go to the bathroom. Okay, so no tension in the pelvic floor. So let's try a couple breaths like that. I'm going to inhale. You'll notice a nice rise. Expansion in the ribs, in the back. Pelvic floor is relaxed. Exhale through the mouth. Okay, so now we're going to work on getting some tension on that exhale. So as I exhale, I want to think my pelvic floor is going to lift. Okay, so similar to that feeling of doing a Kegel. Pelvic floor pulls up. I get some tension in my lower belly. My ribs, as I exhale, drop down to meet that pelvic floor lift. And I create that nice tension kind of right around my belly button if I were to feel there. So, putting it all together, my big inhale, chest and belly rise, ribs expand, back expands, pelvic floor relaxes. On my exhale, my pelvic floor is lifting, my ribs are dropping, and I can feel tension right around that belly button area, which is usually where people have kind of the most separation or the largest diastasis. Okay, one more time, inhale, 360 through the nose. Pelvic floor is relaxed. On my exhale, I lift through the pelvic floor. My ribs drop down. I keep exhaling till I have that nice even tension and I can feel tension around my belly button, can feel my pelvic floor is lifted, my ribs are dropped down. All right, so that's our 360 breathing. This is kind of just the start of core work for us. We want to make sure that we can get a nice even contraction of all the different muscles of your core before we start doing load like planks or even like anything with the legs, dead bugs, that type of stuff. So that I know pressure is managed well. I'm not putting pressure out on my diastasis or down on the pelvic floor. It's all pulling together and being well contained by a nice even abdominal contraction.